I rebuilt the clutch in my 1973 Triumph Tiger 750 back about 3 years ago, and I wanted to show how I checked the alignment with the clutch and the engine sprocket. I had replaced the center part of the clutch that mounts onto the tapered output shaft of the transmission. So I had to check the alignment and I had to re-shim the engine sprocket. First, what I did is I checked the difference between the new clutch and the old clutch, and they gave me an idea how much shim stock I needed. And then the one place that I bought parts from, they said to check alignment, you have to do it, or you should do it with the chain off. So I just put the clutch in without, I didn't torque it down, or I didn't even install the clutch nut when I was just checking alignment. And I used a straight edge, actually a carpenter, smaller carpenter square. It seems to be pretty flat and everything. And the tolerances, the alignment has to be within 5/1000ths of an inch. So first, like I said, I measured the difference between the old clutch and the new clutch. And I used a straight edge and a feeler gauge to check the gap. And then I ordered shim stock from McMaster Car. Yeah, I think it is available from probably some part suppliers. And the stock shim stock you could buy from or come from the factory was like 10 and 30 thousandths. So you probably don't want to use any shim stock smaller than 10 thousandths thick. This is the shim stock I bought. Because one place I bought the parts from, they said just go to McMaster Car, buy some shim stock. So that's what I did. And the shim stock goes on the inside of the engine sprocket. And then, like I said, I lay a straight edge along like this, and then you should not be able to fit a 5/1000 feeler gauge in there. It's just like checking flatness on the surface. And I want to mention a couple things. The clutch hub that has the rubber shock absorbers in it, you can buy the whole assembly, and I did that. So that made that a lot easier. And I did replace the tapered part of the mounts the clutch, because the bearing race, when the clutch is freewheeling, the roller bearing race was a little bit undersized. So just to be safe, I replaced it. And the clutch works great now. It sits all over the winter and it doesn't freeze up on me, or I really like it. And I want to mention one more thing. Some people reuse the clutch mounting nuts, and they use some Loctite, like red Loctite or something, and then they reuse the nut. But I don't think that's a good idea. And the nuts are available. They have a distorted thread, and you shouldn't reuse them. Some of the older Triumphs, I guess they just use a lock tab washer. Now you can probably reuse those, but the nuts are available. And I actually ordered a extra nut in case I had to, take the clutch off and reuse it. Because one time, about 30 years ago, I had reused a nut a few times, and I got about 5 miles away from home, and I pulled in the clutch and it came off. I had to push the bike home like 5 miles. So I'm saying, don't use that nut, just from personal experience. And I guess that's about it for now.